How do all, and welcome back to Immersion Gaming and to the trailer for the next game we're going to be playing, which I've really been waiting for this one, really been waiting for it for decades. I can't wait to get into it, I really can't. That's why I ain't had my normal long gap between games. I didn't have a gap between Robocop to Until Dawn. And again, there's not much of a gap between Until Dawn to this game. Usually I have a few days gap in between just to have a break and get some of my own stuff done. But I've been dying to play this game in particular. I mean, I was dying to play the last game, the Until Dawn. That's something I've been waiting for a long time to play, for it to be released on PC. But this game is it's like I said, decades I've been waiting for this. So yeah, the Until Dawn we finished a day before yesterday, I think it was. What a brilliant game! What an absolutely brilliant game. I didn't really expect any less because of the company that originally made it, which were Supermassive Games. They made the original before they did the Dark Pictures anthology games, I think, and before they did the Quarry and games like that, which they follow the same sort of plot line as Until Dawn. That Until Dawn was the first of that type that they did, I think. And obviously then it got remade, didn't it, by what it remade it now? I can't even remember, but it got remade anyway in Unreal Engine 5. So I knew it was going to be good anyway, because I know they weren't going to change too much of it because it's already an established game. They were just making it look better, that's all. But yeah, what a brilliant game! Absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. It wasn't overdone with the jump scares and with the gore and things like that. Pardon me, there was just enough for it to be gory and jumpy, but not overdone. So some games they overdo it, there's a jump in every corner or it's just constant gore, you know. And eventually you become numb to it, it just stops scaring you. Whereas with a game like this, it just the way it's paced, and like I said, it's not constant. So when there is a jump scare or when there is gore, it gets you, you know, because it's not overdone. So yeah, really enjoyed it. I mean, the story was brilliant. Usually with games like that that follow a certain kind of plot line, you know, the old horror film plot line, especially when it's a group of teenagers. I mean, that's been done so many times, hasn't it? So usually when we get into around halfway mark at the game, I'm usually pretty sure of where the story's going or who's going to be the antagonist at the end and things like that. But with this one, it had me thrown all the way through. I knew that something wasn't right. I knew that it couldn't have just been that guy with mask, because just based on what were happening, there were too many things happening at once, and he could not have possibly been in all them places at once. And I didn't get the whole spin of the ghosts and things like that. It didn't seem real, because obviously it wasn't. So yeah, but they made it obviously not real, you know, with the ghosts and that. So we're like, what's going on here? That's just what we're thinking. I mean, I said it as we were playing, what the hell is going on? So yeah, obviously it were written in that way so that as you were playing it, you were just confused as to what's going on. Who's the killer? Who are these people? Who were that person that dragged Matt away? Well, it wasn't a person, it was a frigging Wendigo, wasn't it, we found out, but you could see it wasn't a person because it had glowing eyes and stuff. So that completely threw me as well. So yeah, like I say, all the way till the end until it started getting explained, I was just not only just completely mind blown as to what we're going on, but I was really enjoying it as well. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. One of the best games I've played for a while. So yeah, this game now that we're going to be playing though is also made in Unreal Engine 5. So I'm expecting, well, I know it looks good because I've seen trailers of it. So yeah, it's going to be more about the story for this for me though, and reminiscing. Because if you've not already seen the title of the video, we're going to be playing Silent Hill 2 next, the remake. Now, again, this is a brand new game. It only came out on the 8th of October. And I have pretty much had it since then. But I've waited, obviously, to put it on the channel because I don't like replaying games for the channel. I like to play them as my first playthrough so that it's fresh in my eyes as well, you know what I mean? So you get my genuine reaction to it instead of like just seeing my second reaction of things that I'm sort of aware is going to happen, sort of thing. So yeah, As I told you when we finished Robocop, the reason we played Until Dawn before we played Silent Hill was strictly because of the size of the game. Whereas Robocop's quite a big game. It was something like 12 episodes of 2 hours and odd each, so over 20 hours of gameplay. Whereas this game's supposed to be over 20 hours too, so it's quite a big game. Whereas the Until Dawn were only around 8 hours to do, between 8 and 10 hours depending on how you play it. So yeah, that's the only reason I played Until Dawn before playing this, just because of the size of it. Just to break it up so that we weren't doing 2 really long games back to back. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to playing this game. I'm old enough to have played the originals when they first came out. I mean, the original Silent Hill 2 came out in 2001, so 23 years ago now. I can't honestly believe it was 23 years ago. That really does make me feel old. But yeah, so I'm a massive fan of the games anyway. I played them right from the first one when it came out all the way through. I watched all the films. I just love the world of Silent Hill. And it's the original horror game. It was one of the first ever horror games of that kind. Probably the first anyway, apart from Resident Evil, but they're not the same. This is more of a supernatural, spooky sort of horror in it, whereas Resident Evil's like mutated mutants. So yeah, this was the first game of its kind, really. And there's been so many spin-offs after this of horror games that have only been thought up because of Silent Hill. I'm a bit miffed as to why it's been left so long for them to do another Silent Hill game. I mean, it's ridiculously long. Like I say, it's 23 years since Silent Hill 2. I can't remember what date it was the last Silent Hill game that they made. There were one after Silent Hill 2, I think. Yeah, I don't know if there were a couple more, I can't remember now. It's that long ago. But yeah, this was one of the best ones of Silent, probably arguably the best one. So which is why they've remade this one first. I reckon they might do the others as well. But just based on the success of this, it's been they've sold loads. It's been really successful, and they have said that they're gonna do some more based on how successful this was. So yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to play it. I really can't. Like I said, it's an Unreal Engine 5, so it looks brilliant. Hopefully everything's in it. I can't see why it won't be, because it's a big company that's made it. You know what I mean? So everything should be in, like looming and ray tracing and everything like that. So we should be able to make it look really good. So yeah, just when I think back to the original Silent Hill 2, I mean, I can't really remember much of it. It's 23 years ago now. I've played a hell of a lot of games since then, and lived a hell of a lot of life since then. So yeah, I can't really remember what happened. I just know the premise of Silent Hill, and you know that when Siren goes off and it changes into dark side, and things like that. I remember all that, but I can't remember much of the story, which is good, because I'm then going into this with fresh eyes again. So a bit about the game. Like I said, it came out on the 8th of October this year, 2024. It got developed by Bloober team, they're called Bloober team, and got published by Konami. Now the original was not only published by Konami, because it's their franchise, they made it, do you know what I mean? So, but it was also developed by an in-house team within Konami. They were called the Silent Team, I think, something like that. Or Team Silent or whatever, something like that. And they were the guys within Konami who made the original Silent Hill games, whereas now it's been outsourced to Bloober team, who, well, I think it's been outsourced. I don't know if they're the team within Konami. I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, it's been made by this team, the Remake, and then being obviously published by Konami because it's their franchise. Like I said, they own it. Konami Digital Entertainment. So, as I've just told you, it's a remake of the 2001 Silent Hill 2. And the story, basically, I'm not going to go into the story because I don't remember much about it, and it's only what I just read myself, which, as I've always tell you, is very minimal. I don't like to read too much because I just want to get into the game and just experience it as and when it happens. But from what I know is, it's about the main character you play is called James. His wife who died 3 years prior to the game of some neurological disease. She sent him a letter telling him to come to this place, Silent Hill, but she died 3 years before, so that's weird within itself, you know. But anyway, he comes looking for her, obviously, like you would, and that's where we pick it up as he's coming into Silent Hill, finding out where this letter's come from, you know, from his dead wife. So yeah, it's about him like walking around Silent Hill, discovering it and stuff like that. Silent Hill was a town that something bad happened. I can't even really remember the story. It's been that long. Something bad happened, and it's all to do with cults, cultism and stuff like that. But it was an actual town. It's literally a ghost town now. But yeah, I can't really remember much more than that. And I'm not going to go too deep into it, because like I said, that's good that I can't remember. Because I just want to go into this now with fresh eyes and experience the story again. But this time looking like it should have looked originally. So yeah, I think that's it. There's not much more to say, is there? I'm not going to go too deep into things. I'm just wanted to tell you this is the game we're going to be playing next. I'm really looking forward to it, and I reckon it's going to be a hell of a game. So without further ado, I think what we'll do is we'll crack on and we'll watch the trailer for Silent Hill 2, the remake.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then why am I looking for her?
You loved her, didn't you? Me. You. We're all the same.
I'm not like you.
Are you afraid?
Run! I just want to get my Mary back.
You're Mary. Your own little Mary.
It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead. And a corpse can't laugh.
Stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me.
I know what you are. I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
So yeah, there you go. That's the trailer for the video for it. Or one of the trailer videos for it. As you can see, it looks fantastic. Looks absolutely brilliant. Really dark. I mean, it wasn't just the graphics with the Silent Hill games. It was the whole atmosphere, the music, the ambience of the game, the whole thing with the fog and stuff like that. It's just such a spooky game. It really. I mean, obviously when I played it, because you're going back 23 years, so I were in my late teens, early 20s when I started playing these games. And like I say, we're a whole new genre of game, really, than the horror genre. And I just remember how spooky it was and how scary it was back then. I mean, we're a lot harder to scare these days now because we've become a lot, we're used to it now, aren't we, basically? So yeah, they're going to have more of a job on their hands basically to scare us now more than what it was to scare us back then. But it looks, from what I've seen, they've done a cracking job of it. It's still the same head fuck, and it's still really dark and atmospheric with music and things like that. So I just can't wait to get into it, is what I'm saying. So I'll show you a couple of side-by-side comparisons of how it did look, which, as you can see, is a hell of a lot worse than what it's going to look now when we're playing it, obviously, because they're 23 years apart. And Unreal Engine 5 is just an amazing program to build a game within anyway, as we've seen already with RoboCop and Until Dawn and things like that. So yeah, just an amazing engine. So yeah, I mean, you can see I'll put a few comparisons up. It's night and day how different it looks. So it's, although I played the game 23 years ago, like I said, I don't remember out of it, and it's going to be like seeing it all again anyway, just based on how real it's going to look now. Obviously back then it looked real to me because that's all we knew back then, you know, those were top end graphics. So it's like now when I see games like Gran Turismo, and I think back to when I used to play them when I was a kid, and I was blown away by it, you know, it just looked so real. And to say to people, it's like looking at real cars, you know, but then you look at it now and it's, you know, it's not, it's really not. But to us then, it was amazing. But yeah, compared to how this is now, I mean, this looks real. It really does. It's craziness. So anyway, guys, yeah, I would advise you to come along and watch this. Obviously, I reckon it's going to be a good one. Scary, but good. Really, really good. The stories are cracking in these games. So yeah, been a long time coming, but here we finally are with Silent Hill Part 2. Right then, so as always, if you would like to support Immersion Gaming, help me to build this channel up into something much better, much bigger, and which in turn will allow me to do it full time, which then just opens up the doors for all sorts, that I can bring so much more variety to the table. Then I can also do a hell of a lot more swatting up and getting better at it even more so, because I'll have time to really sit down and get into the nitty gritty of it all, whereas at the moment, as I've told you before, I'm just doing it in my spare time, so I'm really constrained as to what I can do, because it takes long enough to just play the games, edit them, export them, upload them and all that. That in itself takes up all the spare time I've got. So there isn't any time left for really learning anything new or getting any better at it, you know what I mean? So that's why really I need to be able to put more time into it. And again, that'll only happen when the channel grows. Again, we've got more subscribers now, so thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the videos that I'm going to be uploading. Feel free to leave any feedback or anything like that, or anything you want to say on the channel. I'm always willing to listen, and I'm always willing to take on board what people are saying and implement it, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for taking the time out to subscribe and become part of the community. Again, like I've told you all the previous subscribers before, going ahead in the future, I'm going to be hoping to start bringing you guys on board on trips out, or doing some gaming with me on the channel. All sorts of different ideas I've got for my subs, you know what I mean, to come on and be part of this as well. It's not just about me. It's just that at the moment I'm strictly only able to just upload the games that I'm uploading, because I just haven't got the time to be able to do anything else, or the money, you know what I mean, at the moment. So yeah, it's a work in progress, but yeah, I just want to say thank you, because you're helping it go further basically by showing your support and subscribing to the channel. So thank you guys, I really do appreciate it. So yeah, as again, anyone else that wants to become part of the community and wants to help this channel grow into something way better with way more variety on it, as always, it's completely free to do. I'm not asking for your money, just simple as clicking a couple of buttons and showing your support for the channel. And the best ways to do that, as always, if you can click the like button, the thumbs up button underneath the video, on YouTube or on Facebook, wherever you're watching it, preferably on YouTube, because that's where the channel actually is, and that's where it needs to grow in order for the channel to grow. The Facebook thing is just an extra place where I share the videos so more people can watch them, that's all. But yeah, the channel's actually on YouTube. But yeah, if you can do that with a liking, like I say, that helps with the algorithm pushing our videos out to more people. Also, if you want to follow the Immersion Gaming Facebook page, if that's where you're watching it, again, that just helps the channel grow on Facebook. but it allows me as well to start doing live streaming and stuff again on Facebook, because you need so many followers now to be able to do that, whereas you didn't used to have to. But obviously the main way to help this channel grow and really support me on this this mission to make a really good channel is to just simply click that subscribe button. Again, it's completely free, don't cost you a penny, it never will. All it does when you click the button is it just puts our channel in favourites on YouTube. That's it. That is all it does. But it helps us out massively. It doesn't even send you notifications out either. If you want to be notified when I upload a new video, if you click the bell icon next to subscribe when you subscribe, that will then send you a notification to let you know that I've uploaded a new video. But it doesn't do that just by clicking the subscribe button. But yeah, that's it guys. That's the way to support the channel. That's the way to become part of the community. And that's the only way it's going to go to the point where I can do this full time and really start up in the game. So I would really appreciate if you take that time out to do that for us guys. But other than that, come and join us for part 1 of Silent Hill 2 the remake, which I'm hopefully going to be doing in the next day or two. So until then guys, take care of yourselves and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye.